Share. Hey, we got Timmy in the room already.
Oh.
Timmy. Not our Timmy, but Radif. Over on the tubes of you, ready to share and care. Hello, world. How are you this evening? It's Saturday. It's almost 8 p.m. Do you know where your children are? This announcement has been brought to you by public service announcements from KTTV-TV. 1099 The Big Frog. There we be, live now. Hello, live now. Tilted. Where's my share button? Share. Share on the Twitter. We be live. Whoops.
Oh, me. Come on, I gotta wake up. Wakey.
We be live, y'all. Alright, Twitter has been tweeted. My share button. Share. Or saying howdy to the room. Maybe. There I am on the Twitter. We be live.
Oh, me. Come on, I gotta wake up.
Snap out of it, youngin'. Alright, I'm showing me in our room, and that's it at this point.
And I just got
Over on the Books of Face, we got me logged in. Hello, Facebook. Share this video with your friends. Yes, please hit like and share. We don't know what we're doing.
We're slackers here.
Okay, that video's up and running. Wish we could do something about the finger rolling around. Oh, it's picking my nose.
The finger rolling around?
Yeah, the cursor finger, when you move it around the screen. Like right now it's it's almost in my eye. Now it's right between the eyes of ooh. Smack me with it on my shoulder. Shoot me right here. Yeah, going for the heart shot, I see.
Making sure I got
Right at the
them
boob.
all.
There we go.
Okay, I think I got them all. You ready for some music?
Sure.
And, oops, hang on. First I got to turn that on. Oh, almost did that again. Ready, set, go!
Okay, and the finger went away.
Finger, that.
Yeah.
I know, I need to talk to somebody and figure out how to fix it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ain't You a Peach?
Good evening.
Trying to drink me some of that, that American Pride, what was it, the Betsy Ross.
Red, white, and blue?
I got my Betsy Ross yesterday. It is very good, I must say.
Holly's here. Hi, Holly, honey.
Oh, me. So how have you been all week?
My week has been a week.
Just a week?
7 days ago, even. Yeah, it's been a whole week already. I've been productive. I mowed the lawn a couple of times. I picked my butt a couple of times. It's just been a week like normal.
Picked your bed?
I'm sorry?
Picked your bed?
That's not quite what I said, but that's close
Oh,
enough.
I
Okay.
thought it was...
I was a little lower on the anatomy, but whatever.
I see. That was funny.
Said the blind man. No, not unless you were using a magnifying glass, I'm sure. No,
Ah.
it's been a good week. It really has. How was your week? Has it
It was
been?
busy. It was productive.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Always be productive, and it is a good one. Hello, Oh, that was yours.
That's me. Yeah.
Should I, whilst you're typing, should I entertain the fine folks out there in
Yeah, you might as well
Peachers Land and do
read
my
our
little thingy?
read the daily hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, my fellow. Ain't you a Peachers? Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody. It's the 214th day with 152 still to go. Today is National Girlfriend's Day. No, that's not encouraging me to go out and find a girlfriend that wants to take me home at night. That's encourages women across the U.S. to get together and celebrate their special bond of friendship. And oh, what a special bond of friendship that is. Think about it. You guys go to the potty 2x2s, kind of like Noah's Ark, 2x2. You don't hear hard ankles doing that. Hey, Bob, I got to go take a dump. Okay, Charlie, I'll go along with you. Geez, no, just don't happen. It's something y'all do. I got to go to the powder room. I'll go with you, Susie. So off you go. It's also National or Mead Day. One of the world's oldest fermented beverages, mead is also called honey wine, ambrosia, or nectar. A craftsman combines honey, water, and yeast to make mead. It's also Respect for Parents' Day. Yeah, that one's gone out the window. I don't think anybody remembers that one. And that recognizes the leadership roles parents play in not only a child's life, but also in their communities. It's International Mahjong Day. The 19th century strategy game became popular in the United States in the 1920s. While we play the game with tiles, it's much like rummy. The players meld beautifully designed tiles with Chinese characters and symbols on them to earn points. Melds include pongs, kongs, chows, and the mighty mahjong. It's also National Jamaican Patty Day, man, and that celebrates a delicious turnover style, that's more Spanish, sorry, style pastry filled with a variety of fillings. Jamaican patties satisfy hunger with seasoned ground beef, chicken, seafood, or vegetables. Made in a half-moon shape, the flaky crust provides a delicious package. While usually spicy, milder stuffings please those who are less faint apart or are more faint apart. It's also National Disc Golf Day, and disc golf and traditional golf share many common characteristics. For example, both sports include a goal of reaching each target with the fewest number of strokes. In the case of disc golf, it's the least number of throws. It's also National Minority Donor Awareness Day, and the day highlights the need, especially among minorities, for more organ, eye, and tissue donors. It's also National Raspberry Cream Day, and raspberries are the edible fruit of the raspberry plant, are also in the rose family. Their genus name, Rubus. It's also National Mustard Day, and mustard comes from the seeds of you guessed it, the mustard plant. Question: if a leper gives you a finger, do you have to give it back?
Ah.
Ooh, that one was terrible. I don't write them, I just read them.
See
Hope it's a
if,
great day, everybody. Or in our case, this is a great evening. Peace out, y'all.
see if you can turn down your volume a tiny bit. Just
Tiny bit?
yeah.
A little louder.
That's off. That's good. How's that sound to you, Matt?
Somebody was saying I was extra loud. All right.
Yeah. It was kind of. I don't know if you just got louder when you were doing that, but it got kind of distorted. I mean, you could hear you and understand you, but it was loud, and I can't. Yeah.
I've been having mic problems the last couple of days, and I knoweth not why.
Wow.
I mean, the needle is still pegged where it has been.
Well, I
Hopefully I
tried
didn't.
turning it down on my end and it wasn't working. So.
Hopefully I didn't kill anybody's eardrums.
Oh, so I know normally I'll go through and distorted, not volume. So is it still distorted on your end, Matt? Does that sound better or worse?
My gain's way down.
Yeah, it sounds better to me. To me, it
I
does.
don't know. It sounded good to me.
Yeah, you were like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Distorted. Okay, well, I
Yeah.
brought the gain down, so that's about the only
It
thing
sounds-
I can think
it sounds
of
a
that
lot
would give it
better now.
distortion, unless it's my computer itself.
No, it sounds a lot. No, it doesn't sound better to you?
Evidently not. It's got to be this computer then. I don't know what to tell you. I've got everything cranked down as low as it'll go.
Holla,
Hello,
would
had
you?
crazy guys.
Wouldn't.
Hey, Chris. Evidently, we're having audio problems out there in listener land. I've got, like I say, I've got everything set where it's been set. I didn't change anything. Volume up now, please. Evidently, you have me turned down.
Oh, okay. Let me turn you up then.
Okay, now I can hear you. It sounds better, just low. Volume now.
Keep talking.
Okay, so bring the volume up. Sounds okay, according to Chris. Check to the world, check to the world. How are we? Ah, that's the advantage of doing live computer.
That is very
You
true.
never know what's not going to cooperate or what is going to cooperate that wasn't cooperating.
Very true.
I have everything pretty well turned down, about as low as I can get them to go. I think. I don't know.
Okay, well,
We are professionals.
you sound fine to me. I don't know, but like you said about I need to go back and listen to last week's show because you said it sounded a little distorted to you last week too. So.
Oh yeah, I was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my meter is hitting at the same place. As a matter of fact, I've got it way lowered now. I was pushing zeros, and now I'm down about -5.
I checked the meter, Chris, and I adjusted it. So maybe we
Pushing the
fixed it.
buttons.
Yeah.
Who knows? That says I know.
So I had a couple of things that I'm gonna steal Rusty's little thing. Except I'm not gonna go all the way like Rusty does, you know. I'm giving y'all a couple of little things that happened today on this date. So my first one was Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie got married on this day in 1994. The King of Pop and the daughter of the King of Rock confirmed they were secretly married 11 weeks. They didn't confirm it until they were married for 11 weeks. Let's see, Michael Jackson was 35, Lisa Marie was 26. And then they split in 1996, a whole 2 years later. She filed divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. It only lasted 2 years. Go figure. She figured out how crazy he is or how much of a weirdo he is. That's it. My next one. I know some of you that grew up in the 80s, early 80s, remember this, but USA debuted MTV. Who all remembers MTV?
Me.
I loved it. I mean, seriously, let's see, 81, I was technically an adult. But yeah, I couldn't stop watching. I could not. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I have a thing with music. I love listening to music. So to be able to actually like watch the videos and all that kind of stuff, I thought it was just totally badass, you know. So anyway, you know, as everybody knows, they started out playing music. I can't remember exactly what year it was that they stopped doing the music, but you know, then they started getting into the reality crap shows and eventually started several, you know how ESPN has like 20 different channels. Well, MTV had to follow suit. Yeah, they got the various different genres of music that they
Right.
play actual videos now, and they still on the main MTV play stupid reality crap. So I don't know who all knows what the very first song was. In the early 80s, I was actually, well, let's see, 81, I was 19 years old, Chris. um,
I'll bet the song was Video Killed the Radio
yes,
Star.
it was. That was the literally the very first song they played. I actually have a friends here in Atlanta, a band. I don't know if y'all probably have never heard of them, called the Producers. They were actually played in the first 24 hours on there, so it was pretty cool. It was, it was something that I really enjoyed doing, and I literally had that TV on. I don't care what I was doing. TV was playing in the background. I could stop and look at the videos when I wanted to. So that's what happened today, several years ago.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
just cool.
I thought it
It
was.
is.
I thought it was pretty good.
I never really got into MTV. I tried a few times. It wasn't. I was too old for MTV really to get into it. As compared to you young whippersnappers. Pretty
Rocky's
much,
not
yeah.
feeling
I
good.
do like that song though. Video Killed the Radio Star. That's one of
I
my
did
favorites.
too. Didn't we played it on our didn't we play it on our show with that we did for
When we
Jen?
when we filled in that time for Jen, I do
When we
believe
filled
we
in, I
did.
think we played that song that day too. Yeah,
I think so. That's a really good song.
I love it. It's kind of quirky, but I love it. Off track
You know, s-
radio that killed the video star.
Speaking of quirky, there was something found in Ireland, got washed up on the shore, and they don't know what it is.
Huh.
There's a creature which has been dubbed the Ansdale anomaly. Annandale, that's a mouthful, was spotted by the Merseyside beach on Wednesday, and no one is certain what it was. It's a
But
15 long sea beast that's been compared to a washed up mammoth or something. It's on the British beach, and they have no idea what it's been, what it is,
what's
or
how
what
do
it's
you
been.
spell Annandale?
Ansdale. Annandale.
And it's
Oh,
an
you're gonna
anomaly
hit the
or
spell
just a
checker,
sea beast?
huh?
Oh, I found it. I found it. Because I was trying to find it so we could look at this ugly thing.
Ah, that little critter. Yeah, that's the Annandale. Ansdale.
Let's
And
see here.
people have been puzzled. It's very bizarre, said one man. Ooh, excuse me.
Said one man. That's
It's very
all. Just one
bizarre,
man.
said one man. It's like a mishmash of different things in one. It's a 15-foot long. It has flippers. It's furry, and it seems to have another creature attached to it, possibly via an umbilical cord. So it could
Huh.
have been giving birth. It was like almost a whale that had been eating a horse and had eaten a dolphin at the same time.
That looks kind of
The
creepy.
man who asked to remain anonymous shared photos of the sea beast with the community Facebook page, and plenty of people's suggestion, but nobody could figure out for sure what it was. One local woman who filmed the strange creature said, "It's been called the Annandale anomaly. My first assumption was it was a whale of some kind. Some people think it's a cow or a horse. I honestly have no idea. My favorite theory is it's a woolly mammoth or crash landed alien. It's almost looked like an elephant, too." The 32-year-old who wished to remain anonymous said the remains smelled so bad they almost made her ill. "I didn't want to get too close," she said. "There were lots of flies and it stank." They've
Oh.
notified the fish and game people, but they haven't got back to them yet. It's got a large spine. It seems to have a vertebrae that you can see poking through the skin,
Looks like it has a
but it's,
hoof.
well, a hoof or a hoof.
You know,
Doesn't
like
that
a hoof, like a cow hoof or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just something that broke off of it or something.
I figure it's possibly a whale that was given birth maybe and died, or who knows? Maybe it is a crash landed alien. Let's see, when photos of the creature were shared online, people guessed that it was once a walrus, a cow, a horse, and a donkey, among other strange suggestions. Marine biologists at the University of Liverpool have been contacted for comment, but as of yet, they haven't responded, or at least the article hadn't had them responding yet. That's kind of a weird looking thing. It looks like there's a flipper there in the front, you know, kind of looks like a fin.
You see where I'm talking about? It looks like it has a hoof right there.
That back part fixed
No, at the front. Well, it looks like a. It's weird. It's like the wider looking thing looks like a face, and then in front of it is where it, to me, it looks like a hoof. You know, like it's laying on its side and its hoof is in
right, and that's the hoof out in front
face.
of it.
I don't know though.
It could be. And what do the fine folks in Listenerland think that it might be? Feel free to chime in on the Tubes of You or the Facebooks. Aww.
Ugly creature.
She's not feeling that great.
Yeah, no.
Have a good night, darling.
She said she wasn't feeling well.
All right, we got Chris and them looking in on it, and Matt was looking at it. I don't know, guys. What do you think it is? I don't know. It could be an alien.
Hey, never know anymore, you know.
Stranger things have happened in the world of the bizarre and weird. So it could be either and or all of the above.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Crazy looking. So I've got a video of a Russian teen soccer player.
Have another drink.
He was struck by lightning during training. This is in Moscow. His name is.
Shocking thing to have happen on a.
I know, right? Shocking. His name is Ivan Zaborsky. He was hit by
the flash ride.
He was hit by a bolt of lightning and knocked unconscious, but he survived with just a small burn on his chest. He was wearing a they're saying that he was wearing a chain. Yeah, so I'm assuming that the chain must have acted, as a yes. So here is the video.
The video of being
we love our new home.
And of course, it's got to be a stupid commercial.
The HOA has been very involved.
25 seconds.
Shrubs aren't board approved.
You need to break down your cardboard.
Normally, I would have looked at it first and done that, but yeah.
I see you've met Cynthia.
Oh, I like that one.
At least
That
Geico
one's
makes
so
bundling
good.
our home and car
That's
insurance.
Karen from
And does
Hayden.
help us save.
I know.
Karen's
2 inches over regulation. Thanks, Cynthia.
I'll say something in a minute
Go to geico.com.
about that.
That
Okay,
is
here it
so
is. Apparently, it's the kid out in the field. Did you see that? Is that like crazy?
I'm still looking at Karen. And Karen at Geico.
He goes to kick the ball and kapoing!
Look at that dust spot that blew up around him. Holy
I know. Was that not crazy? It's kind of like it. The way the dust went up, it was kind of like it maybe hit the ground and was just close enough
it probably
to.
did, but that's,
я из
that's,
дома уходил,
that's
посмотреть,
like
что
one of
будет.
those.
И все.
Hey, see, now
И
you
потом
don't.
очнулся в больнице.
Oh, so that's him right there. Oh, wow. So you can see where
Легкий.
it hit him.
Тяжело дышать там вот это все. Но сейчас все лучше и лучше становится. Хорошо уже все.
Wow. Can you imagine?
Almost looks like it spelled something OA or AO.
That is just crazy. Now, that commercial, it's funny because it
And now to a frightening close call
sorry.
happened.
It reminded me of I've been seeing on lately on Facebook police hanging their blue line flag, outside their garage or in front of their house, and getting anonymous letters from neighbors, stating that it offends them, and I would appreciate it if you took it down before I have to take it down. And it's like, yeah, I'd be putting a big thing out saying, bring it on.
Now, let's see if I get this straight. You have a police officer who knows the laws on trespassing, and you're going to go to his house and tear his property down. To me, that seems like a Darwin Award participant. They are hunting for the Darwin Award on that one. But that's just me. A better way is what this gal did. Found out her husband was cheating on her, so she got him.
How good did she get him?
Oh, she got him good. When a woman discovered her husband had been leading another life with a woman who he had visited whenever he went traveling for work, the woman has revealed how she got revenge on her husband for figuring it out. Mel explained that from the moment her husband, Marty, met, they were the perfect relationship until he got promoted at work. Then he started traveling regularly, sometimes for weeks at a time, which she knew would put a strain on the relationship. Over the next year or so, they grew apart, and that's to be expected because of the job. Even though Mel's husband tried to bridge the physical and emotional distance between them, she admitted that she was resented being alone for such long periods of time and ultimately felt abandoned and hurt. That's when he was at home. He spent a lot of his time on the computer, which he put down to his, large workload, and she avoided talking to him about it. She suggested that the two of them go see a counselor, and he shot that idea down. No, don't have time for that. I've got too much to do with the work and whatnot. One night, when she'd been watching TV in the other room, he'd fallen asleep with his laptop on his bed, open and running. Everything changed. She went to close the lid. She saw a message on the screen, which she knew meant their life together was over. It read, "Miss you. Hurry home. Kiss, 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 kiss." That's what X's are, right? Kisses?
Yes, X's and then O's are hugs.
Growing apart. Mel gutted the thing. She carefully lifted the computer, took it to the next room where she saw months of messages from the woman whom he wasn't just having an affair with, but was getting engaged to. So instead of confronting him when she discovered everything, she decided she'd get revenge. She told Body and Soul, that's the paper that she talked to, "When I smiled and kissed him goodbye, a week later, he went off for another long stint overseas. I knew what I was going to do. The day he left, I contacted a real estate agent, told her that I wanted to sell my house fast. Well, the market's really good, so she got an immediate sale. The couple lived in a beautiful house which had an infinity pool and massive deck that overlooked the city. There was nothing stopping her from selling the house since everything was in her name, a decision that her husband had said was for the best when they moved in for alleged tax benefits. The young couple who bought the house couldn't believe the deal that they got. After the sale went through, she continued to email her husband as normal. She set up a separate bank account for herself so she could put half the proceeds of the house in there before the other half landed their joint bank account 6 weeks later. Coincidentally, on the day before her husband arrived home from his trip, she added, "I wasn't there to see what happened when he arrived, to find strangers living in the house. I was on a cruise with my girlfriends, but I imagine he was pretty surprised that his beloved home now belonged to Josh and Tamara, and they had the paperwork to prove it." She concluded her post by saying, "He has since moved to Canada with his new girlfriend. full
That is
time.
funny.
He hasn't contacted me to ask for a divorce yet. I say, bring it on.
Ah, that
All
is
right,
too
suck it.
funny.
You go on and have that little nice out of town fling. I got your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Come home. Yeah, hey, how come my keys don't work in the house?
There's only one thing I hate worse than a man or a woman cheating on their spouse, and that's pedophiles. But yeah, I think was it? I guess it was on the Morning Mojo. They were talking about the flight attendant that gave her husband a black eye. Was that on the morning show? I think it was. But she was a flight attendant, and she came home and caught her husband literally in their bed having sex with with some chick, and she beat his ass and punched him in the eye, and he had her locked up.
Well, she got violent with him, so okay. I guess that's.
Hey, I would have beat his ass too. I mean, you know, it's one thing to cheat, but you want to cheat in our bed? I mean, I'm sorry. That just pushed it way overboard for me, you know? Yeah.
That's funny. She beat his ass, though.
Yeah, that's
Gave
crazy.
him a black eye. Hello, honey. And what happened to you? I got bipped in the eye. Who bipped you? My ex.
So, this woman in Arkansas, she recently bought a cutting board. She wanted a nice marble type of cutting board, and apparently, I guess she found one online. So her name is Georgia Rogers. She's 21. She made the purchase because she needed new supplies for her return to school. She's in the university somewhere, and so she said, my mom knows all about kitchen stuff and knows what I like. I told her I wanted a marble cutting board that is white and black, and she ordered it on Amazon. So
Oh, good.
she's currently spending the summer in New York. The package with her kitchen items were sent to her home in Little Rock. Her mom opened the packages and called me saying, the board didn't look right. And then she asked if I wanted to see. Well, Rogers wasn't prepared for the photo that her mom sent. It was a marble cutting board, only it looked like a phallus. Hang on, I have a
Uh-oh.
picture. Yeah, I have a picture
I like
of it.
cutting board. That's the last thing you want to be cutting on.
Mm-hmm. So there's the picture of it. So while she added that she has no plans to sell it, but while she declines to let the penis pattern board go, she would like to know more about how it came to be. I don't know how accidental it was, but I'd like to know if it was done on purpose.
I want to know where my royalty check is since they used me in that picture. They're supposed to pay me for those kind of things.
That is too funny. Yeah, it's definitely phallus looking, but it looks more like because it's like you can see a little base, so it's like somebody took a dildo and made the
Rubbing
imprint
around on the cutting board.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. It because it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Penile. I guess that's what I mean. Did she get it from Feminists or Us? I mean, then I can understand
She
it.
just said
That would be
Amazon.
appropriate.
Yep, just said she got it on Amazon. So,
Darn. There's
yeah.
all kinds of things you can get on Amazon. That's one I wouldn't have necessarily considered.
That
That's
is very
for sure.
true. That is very true. Yeah.
You know, Maddie Johnson and her partner Stephen, they did a good thing in the fact they rescued a critter.
Okay,
They
that's always a
adopted-
good thing to rescue something.
Yeah, they back in 2017 they adopted adopted the pet Juliana pig after he was displaced by flash flooding 45 miles away. He's become an unusual member of the family. When Maddie is rudely awoken from her slumber by the noise of snorting like a pig. It gives a whole new meaning to hogging the doublet, as it's not her partner Stephen, but her pet Porker who is to blame. For not only does the animal lover share her bed in San Francisco, California with her other half, they also snuggle up with their pet Julianne Pig Pickles. Now,
How
him
many
and they named him Pickles.
how many pigs do
Julianne,
they have?
I don't know. And if you think that sounds crowded, Pickles' best mate is a French bulldog named Dill. So they have Dill and Pickles in bed with them. So they have Dill Pickles in bed and sleeps with them
Hmm.
as well. The couple rescued Pickles in February of 2017 after he was displaced by flooding, and the new addition to the family has completely changed Maddie and Steven's life, turning them into anti pork eating campaigners. And thankfully, he gets on very well with their dog, Dill. Video content creator Maddie, who's 27, I take them to the beach and Pickles will be playing in the tides while Dill nervously looks on. Pickles will run circles around Dill until he finally caves and goes for a paddle. It works the other way around too, with Dill looking out for Pickles. If another dog comes over and challenges Pickle, Dill gets between them and stands his ground. Pickles is like his big bro, and if you want to hang out with him, you have to accept his bro. You can almost hear him say, "It's cool. It's cool, Pickles. He's one of us. He's a dog." It's so sweet.
Well,
Maddie
here's
was
a
astonished when Stephen agreed to her request to adopt Pickles when she saw an appeal for people to give homes to displaced farm animals. And he immediately provided to be the ideal house pig, as he instinctively only did his business in their yard, she said. I grew up in the country and always loved the idea of having my own pig. I knew from farm visits as a child how clever they were and how much personality they have. One night I was scrolling through Facebook when I saw an appeal from a farm hit by flash flooding, and they didn't have the money to rebuild after all the damage. They had about a dozen farm animals that needed rehoming, and by the time I called, they only had one piglet left. I turned to Stephen and said, "Look, there's one pig left. Should we get it?" He told me, "Grab my coat," and that was that. We were off to save the pig. During the 90-mile round trip to the farm in Sacramento, Maddie made sure her husband knew they would not be adopting a so-called micro pig. She said the problem with a lot of people who adopt pigs as pets is they think they're going to stay piglet sized forever, and they don't. Micro pigs are never micro. They can weigh up to 200 pounds when fully grown and still be classed as micro. Stephen is definitely what you'd call a city boy and didn't want him to think we were adopting a pig the size of a chihuahua. But Pickles won Stephen's heart, and the couple were soon loading their car boot with a week's supply of pig food. Naming him Pickles as a tribute to the neighbor's pig from her childhood, Maddie said. We didn't have too much to pig proof the house at all. The main thing was making sure he couldn't get into any kitchen cupboards with cleaning products and that sort of thing. He was quite nervous at first. He wouldn't stay in his own bed and venture off not very far, but by the end of the week, he was less piglet and more puppy, running all over the place, asking for belly scratches and snuggles on the sofa. Within a month, he was sleeping in our bed. Soon, Pickles had fully embraced his role as pig dog, exploring all that California, American Golden State, has to offer. Since he was 1 month old, we started taking Pickles out and about, Maddie explained. First, it would be for 5 or 10 minute walks around the block, a collar and a lead, but before long, we were herding to the coast or exploring the forest. We've had so many adventures, he might not have the speed of a dog, but he certainly has the stamina. And 6 months after adopting Pickles, they decided it was time to find him a playmate. Pigs are herd animals, and it felt wrong for Pickles not to have his own buddy to play with, Maddie added, additionally hoping another piglet It soon became clear Pickles had his heart set on another species entirely. Our neighbor has as sweet as French bulldog, and when Pickles met her, he went absolutely wild, Maddie explained. After that, whenever he'd see a Frenchie, he'd squeal with glee and run in circles. So a couple brought a Frenchie bulldog from a local breeder in 2017. They got on straight away, Maddie laughed. They're like two peas in a pod. They're the same size, make the same grunting noise, and have the same total lack of shame. Dill definitely sees Pickles as his big brother. As a puppy, he'd try to do whatever he did. He'd graze on carrots and kale and looked really confused, but he refused to give up because that's what Pickles did. Oh my God.
That's
So
funny.
they're training the pig to be a dog.
Or the dog to be a pig.
Thing weighs 100 pounds. Yeah, no.
It's cute,
just
though. It's a cute little pig. So who else wants a little piggy out there? Come on, raise your hands, raise your hands. Who wants a pig?
Here, bacon, bacon, bacon. To see if I had one, I'd have to name them Bacon. Here, bacon.
That would be pretty funny.
What, naming your pig Bacon?
Oh, God, yeah,
Oh,
naming it Bacon. That would just be too funny.
Come on, Bacon.
Yeah, come
Well, the
on.
dog was a good boy and only crapped outside, so...
That is too funny.
I mean, I've heard of people having pot-belly pigs and whatnot, and they still, they weigh like 90 to 100 pounds.
Well, since we're talking
But
about
it's hard.
animals, there was a kangaroo on the loose in Florida. It was in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's see. Okay, so it's obvious at this point that 2020 is a complete shit show. And literally anything is possible. And a kangaroo in Florida just gave more merit to that thought. The runaway roo was corralled near 1300 Northeast 2nd Avenue after 30 minutes. We just tried to corral it and keep it out of traffic, said Officer Norvis, who was part of the capture. He's very friendly. We were able to get a rope around his neck and get him back to the car. When the call came in, the police said they didn't believe it. After the kangaroo was caught, they picked him up and hoisted him into the back of the police car. Can't see that, but not without snapping a few selfies first. I've been a police officer for 26 years. I've had snake calls and python calls, maybe an alligator. Never heard of a kangaroo around here. It was so rare the police even released body cam footage of the pursuit. The kangaroo was a pet, apparently. Let's see, it was living off of North Andrews Avenue and 15th Street, but he got out so that he could take himself on a tour of Fort Lauderdale streets. It's illegal to keep kangaroo in your home, though the law is not clear on the penalties you could face in doing so. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is investigating the situation, and they are the ones who will hand down the consequences. After they caught him, the kangaroo was hopping around inside one of the police stables. I didn't even know they had stables at the police station. On Northeast 9th Street, where the mounted horses are kept. Oh, okay. Since then, the Florida Fish and
You
Wildlife...
have to have someplace for horses.
Since then, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has taken custody of said kangaroo. Viewer Doug from Smiley Locksmith took a video of the kangaroo bouncing around the city and aptly commented, "Yo, that's so crazy. What? This is South Florida." That would have been cute, though. I had a video of it somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it. What did I do with the
I
video?
wonder if that crew knows who it is.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, here it is.
And,
Here it is. Hang on with me. Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
a rinky dinky dinky
Mhm.
doo.
So here is the kangaroo.
Let's get after it. cases are still going up. This virus has
Is it
enormous
showing? I
capabilities.
hope it is.
The federal government's quiet on too much.
Black lives do matter.
Too many people
Sure.
are getting the
Yeah.
infection. Homo prime time.
Gotta get past this. The crap.
Yes, police
Here it is.
officers
There we
were
go.
not sure if they were being pranked when they got a call that there was a loose kangaroo in Fort Lauderdale. Well, they weren't being pranked.
And screen to full.
So when they arrived, they were able to put a leash on a kangaroo, just like toy dog.
Aww.
There he is. The scene attracted quite an audience. I guess the kangaroo's going to be okay. Something tells me maybe he escaped from, I don't know,
Yay,
a
Cuomo
wildlife
prime time. There we
refuge or
go.
somebody who takes care
Oh,
of
she's
animals
cute.
like that. It's not every day you're just going to have a kangaroo out for a walk. Right now.
I was in the house and I just decided to come down to the block and I saw them putting in the kangaroo in the back of the seat of the car. He has rights too, like everybody else.
Oh, God.
Right now, the Roo is being held in a police barn while they try to track down
The
the
Roo.
owner. They don't
All right,
know
Tech.
who the owner is. It is illegal.
Any of
Maybe
your
it's his
kids?
brother
Anybody
or
know?
City of Fort
a cousin or
Lauderdale,
something,
if
maybe?
that's where he came from.
That was cute.
Kind of a neat looking critter, though.
I know, they are kind of neat looking. I've heard, though, that they can box you silly. You know?
That's what I understand. I wouldn't mind getting something for a pet, but I know not what.
Yeah, I'll stick to my dogs.
They say if you have a dog or a cat, you live 10 years longer. At this point, I'm going to croak out 10 years sooner because I don't have one yet.
Well, we need to see about getting you one then.
Well, I'm just slow about. I'm lazy. I've got to go out
Oh,
and clean the backyard up after
come
crap.
on.
I mean, you know.
It's not that hard.
That's-
you know,
that's the
you
main
throw a
reason I
little
don't have
food
one.
down there, pet them, talk to them. Yeah, all good.
Oh,
Except if
kind
you
of
have-
like kids.
Except if you have yappers like I do, which bark at the most inconvenient times, you know, like when you're on Zoom or doing your show or whatnot. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just like kids. You know, you were talking about. There's a homeowner across the pond who was trying to sell his house and had no luck whatsoever. So he came up with a good idea. Homeowner Denley Bon, that just sounds like a made-up name to me. Denley Bon was forced to think of another option when the sale of his property fell through. A stunning 5-bedroom house is being raffled off for just $2.52 a ticket. Located in West Yorkshire, the property, which has 4 bathrooms, 5 reception rooms, is stylish, well kept, and extremely spacious, making it the perfect home for a large family. Den Liban, that guy's name.
Kind of looks like a
Homeowner had
castle.
originally put his semi-detached house on the market, but unfortunately, due to the coronavirus pandemic, the sale fell through. With him expecting another child, his family are eager to move and were in need of a solution. Taking inspiration from other families who have raffled off their properties, they decided to give it a shot. On the ground floor, the kitchen is fitted with modern furnishings, including a breakfast bar, a wine fridge. The lounge and drawing rooms are very large reception rooms with featured fireplaces, coverings, and large bay windows overlooking the front gardens. On the first floor, you can expect to find 3 double bedrooms, one of which is a Mazza suite with full en-suite.
Hey, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
Rainfall shower.
It's not a master bedroom anymore. It's a what do they call it now? Darn it, I can't think of the
Mazza.
word.
It's a Mazza bed. Right? Mazza? It's a Mazza suite with a full en-suite. And if you make your way up to the second floor, there are 2 more double bedrooms and a storage room. But what might take center stage is what can be found on the lower ground floor. Oh, there's a happy.
Happy.
There are 4 rooms total, Happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
I think that was part of my good morning. 4 rooms in total: a study, a utility games room, a snooker room, a gym, and a fully stocked wine cellar, which could easily be repurposed. Talking of the property, it then said my family and I had sold our house. It fell through due to the pandemic, and now we need to move and can't sell. We have a baby on the way, so we thought we'd try this. It seems like a great way to get moved in current property climate, and I'm also doing this as I'm waiting to raise as much money as possible to the 52 Clarendon Wing Leeds General Infirmary. Wow, that's a hell of a hospital. They saved his 8-year-old daughter's life when she was rushed to the hospital and she had stopped breathing, and they saved her twice. That very night, they fixed her, so he wants to give the extra money to the hospital. So he's raffling off the house, and all extra proceeds go to them. And you still have chances. You can take your chance to enter in the raffle, which doesn't end until October 30th at 9 p.m. So if you feel like moving to London, that's only $2.50 a ticket.
No, I have no urge to move to London. I've heard things are not that great there.
But it rains in London there. Blimey, it always does.
Yeah,
it's so dry.
That's another reason not to
That's
move
why
there.
the Queen's always going like this, don't you know? It would be nice to have a big old house like that.
Oh, yeah. Here in the U.S. Yes, in the U.S.
On an island someplace away from everybody, that would work too. I'm easy. Yeah, that's the Queenie thing. Nostrovia.
So, what would you do if you were in somewhere in a store or something that was being robbed? Would you freak out, or would you just calmly light a cigarette and mind your own business? Oops, I hit the wrong button.
In actuality,
Oops, hit the wrong button
when
again.
I was in Germany back in 84-ish, 85, that time frame, I was working in the commissary, and a guy tried to steal cigarettes and grabbed him and went running out the door. I tackled him and held him down until the cops got there and arrested him. That's what I would do.
Well, in St. Louis, it happened, and a man just calmly lit his cigarette. Here is the video.
I used to live in St. Louis. Well, just outside of it.
Well, I hit play. Where's my video?
And play it shall play. NBC.
I know. Why is it not playing? Play, you stupid thing. Let me reload it.
Play that stupid thing, your video. There we go.
Play my
There's
video,
the
darn it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Here it goes. Yeah, after the commercial now.
Find
Yeah. This is our commercials. We're gonna call Etsy and tell them we want money for
love.
this.
That's what it used to be.
And use every day.
Oh,
That's
linen.
what you find
Oh, look at that pretty fuzzy
on
dog.
Etsy.
Like my brother calls it.
Firearm, I wouldn't suggest that to just anybody.
Would you do it differently?
Absolutely not.
Casey Nolan, 5 on your side.
Would you recommend it? Absolutely not.
Okay, that's a 9mm carbine. It's not a modified anything, as Matt's pointing out there in Facebook. Yeah, that's the not Tech 9, Cal 9. I'm trying to think who makes it. Cal 9 maybe. It's a 9mm carbine. That's all it is. It's just a cartridge rifle. Oh my God, I love news commentators that don't know a shotgun from a squirt gun. They're just dumb.
Dum
And
dum
dumb is
dum
just
dum dum.
And Missouri is a carry state, as I remember. You can get your permit and pack in Missouri.
Huh.
So why they would, at least I think it is.
Well, I know Missouri's where that couple, with the people invaded their private
Right,
neighborhood,
and
and they're talking about there's a
the,
law there. What did they call it?
Stand your ground, basically.
Yeah, it's
something
it's the
castle.
same thing. Yeah, castle law. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the castle law thing. So, yeah, I think it's kind of funny.
Exactly. It lets you protect yours.
I don't know if I could have sat there
keep
though
yours safe.
and lit a cigarette, and when the guy tried to take my phone, snatch it back. I don't know if I could have done that. But I don't know. Luckily, hopefully, because the way that I like to sit in places is where I can see what's coming in. I don't
Right.
like having my back to things. So I like to be where I can see what's going on. So yeah, I
You
would have
like
been one of
having your
those that
back
would
to
have
the
pulled
wall.
my
You
gun
don't like
out.
having your back to the.
Yeah, I would have been pulling my gun out, shooting him. How
That's
dare
why most
you!
of us- Yeah, look at Matt. Shoot him in the face.
No.
That's why, yeah. Have you seen they have one of those memes or one of those little short videos going on like that? This guy walks in the bar, like, same thing, pulls the gun out and holds everybody up, but it turns out it's a cop bar.
Oh,
the
no,
thing's
that is
the
hilarious.
bar is just jam packed, and everybody turns around. There's like dude with his little,
I haven't
25
seen that
auto
one.
thing.
I'm going
And
to keep my eye
everybody
out.
turns around, and there's like 37 cops in there, and everybody's like, yeah.
That would be hilarious. Yeah, I would
Like,
definitely, I would be one of those that would pull my own gun out and, hence why I carry concealed, because, they have a saying, because you got people that walk around with their gun where everybody can see it. My whole view about it is you're going to be the first person that's going to be taken out, because they're going to spot the guns. They're going to take those people down first. The ones that they can't see,
Right.
That's a different story. Surprise!
They only get to see the reciprocating end of it. Here, catch the lead. It moves a whole
Yep.
lot quicker than you can run.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Lead poisoning is good for others, not for me. Do unto others, not unto me. Thank you.
True story. So what else you got? We've got we are down to about a minute. Got anything you want to say before we go?
Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Let's see. Everybody can reach me, grab a hold of me, get me, communicate with me on Twitter, basically. Lepcon56, or on the MeWe chats. I'm over there too. Let's see where else. Catch me Saturdays. Sometimes I get to fill in for Mike Phillip and do
Like today?
music for him on a Saturday.
And it was a great show.
Like I did today. Yeah.
Yep, it was a great
Oh,
show.
thank you. I have fun doing the music. As much fun as I do doing our Saturday nights get-togethers and breeze the shoot with the rest of the world.
I have to have my
It's a
music.
grand time.
Yeah, I have to have my music throughout the week. I have to have. Yeah, I can't just do, because I bog myself down all through the week with, all the stuff that I'm researching and work and just the regular BS news, crap, COVID.
Right.
Might as well say it's all just COVID, because that's all it is. But yeah, I have to have my music break at some point. I just can't. Yeah, it's too much sometimes. I love
That's
my
why
music.
music is good for you.
Yes, it is.
Revitalizes the soul. It
It feels
digs
good.
deep. It gets all the way to the bones.
Makes you
A
feel
lot of
good.
songs, especially for me, a lot of times I'll be playing songs. I'll get goosebumps. It'll literally.
Or it
bring-
takes you back. It takes you back to some time in the past. We'll see everybody next Saturday on Ain't You a Peach?
Ain't you a peach?
Wait, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Oh. Okay.
I like Mikey's. He said,